Hi, this is the second part of how to create chessboard using just HTML and CSS. So on the first video, we finished doing the footer, and also we have the title, and we have our chessboard in here. So there are few things that we're gonna do to finish just the first version of this chessboard. If you notice, so let me just close CSS and HTML. If you notice on your screen, on the footer, we have here a little gap, and also the background of our image is being shown in here. So we want to change that, and the way we are going to do it is by controlling our body and our whole page. So by default, the height of the page is determined by the content on the HTML. If we want to tell the browser to use the whole page based on the device that we are using, we actually need to specify that. So we are going to define the style for the HTML and the body. So we are going to tell the browser that we are going to use the 100% of the page, and also we don't want to have any margin on our elements. So as soon as I define those two rules, you can see that our footer is no longer, or does no longer have a margin, and also our background is not going outside of our footer. So let me close HTML and CSS so you can see our chessboard. Perfect. So this is version 1. So now that we have this code, I want to really upload this into my WordSpace account. Before doing that, I'm going to make sure that I don't have any errors on my HTML code. So I'm going to use my W3C validator. I just copy and paste my code. So I'm just going to check that. And if I do have any errors, I'm going to fix them. So I just have one error here, and it says that I have a duplicate attribute. So let's see. Oh yeah, so that was a mistake. So I have relationship in here and a relationship in here. So I just need to change that. So I'm gonna go to my JS bean, and I'm gonna make sure that I don't have those attributes repeated. So I'm just gonna delete the last one in here. And I'm going to make sure that it's still validating. So let me just go again and do the validation of my code by doing a direct input. So perfect, no errors. So I will do exactly the same, but just with my CSS code. I'm going to do a direct input. Check, congratulations, no errors. So our code is perfect, and now I just need to upload it into my workspace. So I'm already logging into my account. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a directory. So always follow the best practices. So no spaces, no uppercases in our directories of files. So I'm going to create a directory for my chessboard. And for my HTML page, I'm going to create a file that is going to be called just chessboard. So let's see how long it's going to take. Hopefully it's not gonna take too long, or it's not gonna actually crash. So in the meantime, while this is creating the directory, in your guideline, I also provided you with the files, the icons that you can use to add them to your chessboard. So let me just refresh this page. I don't think I was, perhaps, okay, let me just create my directory chess. Okay, so I have my directory for my chessboard, and now I'm going to create a file. So the file also always follow best practices. No uppercase, no spaces in your name of the file. So this is going to be my HTML page. So I will double click and open, and I'm going to go back to my JS bin. I'm going to copy my code and copy and paste that in here and save it. I'm going to go back and I'm going to create my file for my style, and it's a CSS. So always need to add the extension. So that's the CSS, double click, and I'm going to go here and just copy and paste my code for the CSS. Perfect. Now that I do have those two files, something really important is to link my HTML code with my CSS code. So the way we do that is by using the link property. So I need to add this link property again, or tag, and then I need to add the reference, which is going to be to my CSS file. And because the CSS file is exactly in the same location as my HTML file, I just need to write the name CSS and save it. Now that it's saved, I can just copy my URL and just open a new tab in my browser. And here is my chessboard. Excellent. So everything is working fine. You can actually go to that hosting and you can also check the code there. So the last part that we are going to do is under my directory chess, I'm going to create a subdirectory for images. And I already download the icons that I provided in the description of the document of the assignment, and I'm just going to upload them. So I have all my icons here, and I'm going to upload them in my site. And then I can go back to my HTML document. And inside of every single row, I just need to add an image for my icons. So my icons are under the image directory. So I just need to do that. And if I want to add the first icon, which I think is the tower. So let me find the name of, I think I just gonna add, I think the key in the castle. So this is the name of the file. So I'm just gonna copy that name, Black Castle. And then you are always need to have your alternative tab text. So that is a Black Castle. And that's it. So I'm going to save it and I'm going to refresh my page in here. And here you are. I have my Black Castle. So with CSS, I'm not going to do that in this video, but with CSS, you can just provide a style for your images and you can play around with those styles and center your image on the cell. You can add all of the other images. If you also want to play trying to really center these chessboard, you see that I have a little bit of more margin in here, more margin in here. You can add that too on CSS. You don't need to do it for these chessboard assignment, but it's a good exercise to experiment with all the different tags and attributes and rules that we have in CSS. I hope these helps you to do this chessboard and have fun changing the background, changing also the headings. You can also change the ID for footer, and you can actually use the HTML5 tag for footer, and you can also include the HTML tag 5 for the header, and you also can change the container. So there is a lot of room for you to improve and do as much as you can in this assignment. So I hope this helps you, and have fun with it.